take you to my little secret spot to take pictures of the Tree of Life. It's really cute. It's a really good vantage point, but nobody usually knows it's here because I'm usually there by myself. It's pretty cool.
I could buy a nice thing. When I found it was as empty as could be, and now
Good morning, friends. Today is Animal Kingdom Day. I've got morning voice. It is totally early and the buses are going. I saw the bus I thought was mine, and so I hightailed it. Wrong bus. Anyways, I said I missed running, so I got a little taste of it this morning. I tossed the coffee out because it was spilling everywhere. I have not got my coffee and I ran for the wrong bus. Another gorgeous day here today in Florida. 32 degrees Celsius and sunny, no forecast of rain, so it's going to be a gorgeous day. Okay, we're here. It took us a little better than an hour to get here, and it's 8 o'clock. I got to the bus stop at 6:30. So a lot of people, when they first come to Animal Kingdom, will often head over to Flights of Passage, the Pandora World. But me, we are off to Kilimanjaro Safari. Animal Kingdom is my favorite park. Looking forward to Lion King, festivals of the Lion King, and a lot of the animals. But here's the tree. Sorry, this is the fork in the road where people go to Avatar or to Kilimanjaro. Those are the two attractions. Either you're from one camp or the other. I did Flights of Passage the first day that we got here. It's actually just now, 4 days later, that I'm starting to feel a little okay. I don't know if I triggered a vertigo issue, but I've been feeling really motion sick on every little ride that I've been on, so I am not doing that one again. Although I love it. The simulation rides are not my friend, but oh my gosh, if you don't suffer from motion sickness. I had my bands on and everything, but unfortunately, my husband Frank also suffers from it, and he had the Transiderm, I think that's the name of it, the little motion sickness tabs that you put behind your ears, and Gravel and the bands. He didn't care. He was riding it. It was awesome. This is Africa, my friends. I just seen a posted sign that said that the last Harambe went at 5:30. The other day when I was here, it told me 4:45, so I guess it just changes. So if that is one of your items that you really want to do, I do suggest getting it done in the morning. You could go ahead and get a lightning lane for this, but this early in the morning, the standby interest is only 20 minutes, and that's likely longer than it will actually be.
We'll have these precious treasures to enjoy and pass on KPs on each trip into the reserve. So, at some place sign up before you visit.
I really encourage you when you're walking through Disney to just look up, like the attention to detail. So yeah, just look up.
All the available space. It is not necessary to form.
But a group of hippos is called a bloat. So usually they're just walking along the side of the river.
We rode this ride a few years ago and Frank got real hurt, if you can believe it. He's the only person in the world that can get hurt on the golf course and on Kilimanjaro Safari. We had our Jeep, for some reason, we're not exactly sure what happened, but our Jeep's emergency brakes locked on because we ended up having to stop abruptly because an animal went in front of us. But then as she moved on, I guess the emergency brake engaged as we're driving without warning, and it really threw him for a loop and threw his back out, and he banged his knee, and we ended up having to leave right after because he was really bad. But anyways, we sat in the safari in our Jeep for a good 30 minutes, and they had to come cut the brake cable and tow us back. It was kind of cool, but he didn't think so. The Kilimanjaro Safari is one of our family favorites. We've always loved that one. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'm going to order some food now, or coffee, and I'm going to show you how I do that. The Harambe Market is the closest one to me. It shows you based on your geographic pinpoint, and if you just select your time, see closest time to order food through the app. It's only 10 to 9. 10:45 is the earliest I can get something. So I'm going to go ahead and just stand in the line and grab a coffee. But you have to kind of plan your days. If you're interested in eating at a specific time, you may want to order your lunch and then just kind of, you just go to order your food. And then, so you just select what you want, you pick it out, and then at the end, you basically just confirm your order. It's actually pretty cool, pretty slick. But I can't wait till 11 for a coffee, so I'm gonna go stand in a line.
Dreaming of the day, but I'm wide awake. I can close my eyes again, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I hear you at the door, feet hit the floor. I come running right into your arms till summer's gone. Oh, I'm trying, but I will find you. I'll be swimming out to sea just in time to bring you right.
Oh, this one's the giraffe. Similar tones. Okay, you need to get.
This history of the animals is just fascinating at this park. Like I said, it's one of my favorite. It's always been one of my favorites. I find myself so at ease and just kind of not in a hurry here. Just kind of enjoying nature in full immersion. It's got a bit of a different vibe than the other parks. Something more relaxing about this park for some reason. He just hit me in the head and it scared me. Building a nest.
Yeah.
That is so cool. What kind of a bird is that?
Called a hammercock.
A hammercock. Like a stork. Oh my gosh. Look at all the birds. Oh, there's a big one. What is that? Oh, there's a nice yellow one. The color of that bird is just stunning. Oh, he's getting closer. Look at that. We're like in a big cage. All the netting so they can't get out. Oh my goodness, check this out, guys. Let's see if I can see one getting into his nest. They make these nests upside down. They're kind of like bats. They have their little nests. This is the first snack break of the day. I decided to go for, this is the pineapple Dole Whip. Can I tell you that all of the times that we've been coming here, I have never got this, or at least that I can remember. I was gonna get the float, the Simba float or the Sunshine float, but I just felt like it was a little too much right now and I just wanted to drink my coffee, so I just got this one. Maybe I'll do that one later. For now, I'm gonna try this famous Dole Whip. really looking forward to trying the coconut one. The pineapple's not overly powerful. It's just got that hint of citrus, but it's really tasty. I'm tucked away here in the Harambe village in the corner of a really nice, pretty quiet backyard, so I kind of like this area. One of the other things too that I'm going to do as soon as I'm done here is go on the train ride to Rafiki's Planet. The really interesting thing is as often as we've been coming, I find it just fascinating that we can still actually do new things. Like, we haven't touched everything ourselves as a family. Like, it's crazy how much there is to do in these parks. So I really just feel like I would caution anybody that was coming and trying to see if they can fit everything in and do it all. It's just not even possible. So we've been coming for 20 plus years and we're still finding new things to do and new treats to try. I'm going to enjoy my treat, drink my coffee. Eli is learning how to whittle. I think he'll enjoy this. He learned the art of wood carving from his brother at the age of 13. The first carving he ever made was a village mask. He learned to carve a broad range of animals, but his favorite is the gorilla. His name is Justice. Do I pay here? Pay you?
I give a slip to pay inside.
I'm sorry?
I give a slip to pay inside.
Okay, perfect. This is Purity. Purity first learned the art of making jewelry from her grandmother at the age of 15. The first piece of jewelry she ever made was a necklace. She learned to create a broad range of jewelry, but her favorite item to make are necklaces. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
More than you will ever know. So come back home. Come back home.
We have been expecting you. A festival of the Lion King. Welcome to our world. Oh, to the love.
You've all picked a very special day to visit.
Ain't no passing car.
Oh my goodness, I love that show. They made some changes to it though. It's definitely not the same as it used to be. All of the flying trapeze and the aerial monkeys and all of the bouncing trapeze stuff is no longer, but it's still awesome. Anyways, we're gonna go off to Rafiki's Planet and do the train ride. So this will be a first for us, for me.
Right.
Keep doing this whole talking in plural thing. Never done the train. Let's go up to Rafiki's Planet. We'll take the train. Woo-hoo! All aboard!
You and I should never be apart. You said I'll be back.
Welcome aboard the Wildlife Express with service to Rafiki's Planet Watch.
I'll search the world for you, swim the ocean blue. I'll climb the tallest peaks till you're here with me.
So, recycling paper protects our trees. There's a big word for protecting trees and animals. What's that word right there? Conservation. Have you both heard of conservation before? Have you heard of conservation? No? So that's just a big word for protecting animals and nature.
Support organizations by volunteering or through financial contributions. Invite animals to your backyard. Connect with nature by hanging a birdhouse. We've got several around the property. We absolutely love the birds. Insects are your friends. Really? Mosquitoes too? They play a role. I thought that they were just a nuisance, but they actually are our friends. They play a vital role in the environment. Most are pollinators, food for others, and important predators. Plant for the butterflies. Yeah, we actually have an area that is absolutely, it's overwhelmed with butterflies. It's actually pretty cool. Choose plants in a variety of flower, color, sizes, and shapes to attract as many butterfly species as possible. I don't know if on my train ride in if I captured it or not, but there was a mama rhino with her tiny little baby, and it was tiny. I know rhino's tiny. Well, it was probably. We also do this art class in here that we could draw a picture. Protecting nature. Try natural pest control such as ladybugs, and use safe insect control like mild soaps for your garden. Trying to avoid insecticides and pesticides. This is the Pollination Garden. Oh, there's some butterflies. Let's see if we can capture them. Just look like your basic monarchs. Right, so let's see some gardening tips for creating a butterfly garden. Grow clusters of plants in varying heights and plants that bloom in different seasons. Include native host plants that feed and protect developing butterflies, as well as nectar plants that feed adult butterflies. Choose flowers of different shapes and colors, and plant in places with wind protection and lots of sun. All right, Frank, we're on to a pollination garden. Let's do it. All right, so this area is what they call the affection section, also known as a petting zoo. Petting zoo Disney style. Okay, so I'm just blown away that I've never seen this with my boys in all of their growing up and all of their visits. Well, hello, looking through me. He wants to come say hi. I say stay in the shade. It's hot in the sun, bud. I agree. Look at this buddy. He's coming to see us. Don't spit on me, please. Hello. Oh, shh. Come here. I've just learned that llama spit is not saliva. It is regurgitated food. So it does stink. It is not a souvenir you want to go home with. Oh, she wants to have a rest. Oh, there she goes. She's having a bath. It's getting hot. There we go. Woohoo! Look at you. Just like my chickens. She likes to get the mites off of her too when she gets itchy.
We'll clean after.
I'd like to start keeping more animals on the property, but there's still so much to learn. I want to make sure that we have the right habitat for them and that we have the right... We just don't have any outbuildings. We don't have a barn or shelters or anything, so we really need to build the infrastructure before we go ahead and start doing that. For now, I'm going to enjoy my chickens in my garden. Maybe we'll get goats soon, but that'll be my first adventure into more animals is goats, and I do want a donkey. Aren't they cute?
It's the black and white one, he's just turned a year. Really? And the brown one, she's 3. So it's kind of cute that they're playing together. And you can totally tell it's play, like they're wagging their tails. The biggest difference if it was not play, if it was aggression, they would be headbutting sensitive areas like belly and butt. So playing is headbutting, that's playing. Oh. So that's a big way to tell a difference.
What's his name?
Kronk.
Kronk.
They're all named after Disney characters.
Aww.
And the one up, the big tall girl, that's Topanga.
Topanga.
That is a baby doll. So the difference is she's from Florida, she's from Britain. the baby dolls, they have full wool like on her face and her legs. She naturally doesn't. So they're a little more adaptive for the Florida weather. But yeah, she'll get a haircut too, but she's way too shaggy.
This is Charlotte, the famous little pig. Hello, Charlotte. Hello. This is the famous Charlotte. She used to do paintings, and they would call them Picassos. She would paint with her nose. She's famous and doesn't even know it. Has she always been deaf, or did she just at her age?
No, we got her when she was 6 months old.
Oh,
and
gotcha.
we started training her how to do the stage shows.
Yeah.
And she always did the stage shows with the other pig, Dottie.
Right.
There was one day where Dottie didn't want to go, so we tried getting Charlotte to do it, but she didn't know how to do anything. And we're like, how do you not know how to do anything? So we took her to the vet.
Followed the
She
lead.
was watching her do everything. She couldn't actually hear us ask her to do it. So we had her hearing tested, and that's when we discovered she was deaf. But we didn't discover it until she was about a year old. So we're not sure if she had always been or if it was a progressive thing.
Right.
But yeah, she can't hear.
And
Oh,
she's.
I know, right? They're tough. They're
That
like
is so
little kids.
cool. I love these little stories.
I love them playing.
Charlotte's deaf, just like my Auntie Sue. Bless her. Jack and Jill. And they were original cast members. They've been here since Disney opened. You know the spot.
Oh, yeah.
How old is Dottie Bell?
Dottie will be 11 this year.
Dottie is 11. So I'm told they actually do procedures in this laboratory on some of the animals. This is actually their operating room. And if you're fortunate enough, you can actually witness them doing a procedure on an animal. But not today. Oh, there's Mickey, his surgical mask on. Or his pandemic mask. We're not sure. Great quote by Barack Obama. Someday our children and our children's children will look at us in the eye and they'll ask, did we do all we could do when we had the chance to deal with the problems and leave them a cleaner, safer, more stable world? Did we do all we could do? But anyways, that's a fascinating little place. She was telling me when the park is at capacity, they only bring in about 12% of the visitors. But what a great place to come and have a little picnic and a little lunch out of the way with your family, kind of out of the busy hustle and bustle of the park. It's a really lovely place. I don't know that my boys would love it as much as I've loved it because, of course, it's like a little bit of a petting zoo and then there's a history thing. While I found it fascinating, I don't know that the kiddos would find it because there's not really a whole lot to do. Making the most of compost, these plants are fertilized by nutrient-rich soil created from food scraps from the Walt Disney soil or from the Walt Disney resorts. Yeah, so I would imagine that there's a lot of green initiatives here being done at Disney to conserve and do their part to try to be more sustainable, and kind of really refreshing to see that somebody on such a great scale is doing their part. You know what, if you would just want to get away from the crowds and all of the hustle and bustle, this is a perfect place to come. I was going to do this sketch, but it was another 45 minutes and I didn't want to wait around, and there's nowhere to eat lunch up here, so you'd have to bring your own picnic. But anyways, I'm going to head back down into the main park and going to hit a few of the different Asia, all of those other areas. So let's go.
'Cause I will find you. I'll be swimming out to sea just in time to bring you right back to me. 'Cause I miss you more than you.
Time for sweet treat number 2. Let's go see what we can get. Eli used to love getting these things. Look at this treat. Tell me that ain't fun. Homemade marshmallow. Anyways, I'm gonna have my snack and then head on out for some real food. This is called a satari, made from a giant pumpkin.
So come back home.
was really cute. That was the new kite-tail show. And it was short, but it's really cute how they have to zip along to take those big kites and then they crash them into the bleachers at the end. It's kind of neat. This is the Triceratops. This is the Dinoland version of the Dumbo ride. Always a fan favorite. They did remove the roller coaster that used to reside here, and now it's stroller parking. There used to be a massive roller coaster that the kids loved. They've taken it out, making way for something new in this area. Not sure what it is. The Boneyard was always family favorite. The boys love to go in here and cool off. They've got nice big fans and breezes, but it's just a nice area where you can kind of play and run free. Hi, how are you? Good. I don't know if the kids like this more or Frank and I. This was an area to get out of the sun and just sit and let them play because it's totally fenced in and they can have fun and just run and be free. So it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I don't have kids this time around, but I'm not rushing out of here. It's nice and cool. They've got massive fans blowing breeze through here. And they just have to sit and have a break. It's hot. Look, Frank, it's Kevin from Up. It's the bird. Nice.
Don't worry, guys, the party's not over.
I'm just walking by everybody coming off of the Cali River Rapids, and everyone is drenched. So I'm going to forego that one. But it is a fun ride. It's like a little bit of a whitewater rafting experience through the water. Oh gosh, he's still here. Bless his heart. Everybody's here. It's a really good spot to get a picture right here. This cute little opening right here. You can see all the different creatures in the tree of life with the water there. But wait for it. I got something better for you. Get a shot of the water and the tree. It's Everest right there. It is absolutely a little hidden gem. And check it out. Not a soul here. And so anyways, I'm gonna take a selfie.
Oh, I'm trying, but I will find you.
Getting ready to head home, but before I do, I just wanted to see if I could get on Kilimanjaro for one last time before I leave this park for what I think will probably be several years before we're back. I don't think we'll be back before we can bring little Daxton with us, so it'll probably be a few years before Luke and Ashley are ready to do that with him. So I likely think that this will be the final trip to Animal Kingdom for several years. So it's one more Kilimanjaro. Hopefully, as long as the standby line's not too bad. Yay! It's only 20 minutes. I'm gonna go. Yay! That's awesome. Love this ride. Family favorite. Trying to do the safari at this time of day. There's not going to be a lot of animals out. Oh well. Maybe we'll catch a few. Each time you take this one, it's a different experience. So we'll have fun. The perfect end, perfect day. Starting my day with Kilimanjaro Safari and ending my day with Kilimanjaro Safari. So if you want, you can be very extra advisory to the cast member, they may put you in the back row. This is the best row to have, in my opinion. You can kind of reach behind you and grab some good shots. So I like to request it if it's possible. But if it's really busy, sometimes they won't accommodate. If you're sweet, they usually do. I got that one down pat.
If my truck, just raise your hand or raise mine as well. We're gonna wave the item goodbye together. On our journeys, you must all remain seated at all times. Hands, arms, feet, legs, hopes, and dreams. All gonna stay inside my truck. Elephants are a matriarchal society, so if they're in a herd, it's most likely a female herd. Males will live on their own. It's pride. So his job is to stay behind on the copy, protect their territory, and to protect their young. That mane is also directly linked to his testosterone. Providing villagers with a high-protein dairy product and a good quality meat source. Please, my goodness, do not think it's a good idea to go home and get your own herd of goats, unless you've done a lot of research on them and understand sometimes, or most of the time, they are more needy than toddlers. So instead of going home and getting that responsibility, I encourage you guys to start with something a little easier, like getting plants, and especially plants that are conducive to feeding butterflies, helping bees to... Thank you guys so much for joining me out there. Y'all were wonderful. I hope you enjoyed seeing the animals and learning a bit about them. Okay, you so much.
It's always a family favorite to sit and who can spot the animals. Joey's around on this side though. Big snake, you can see the porcupine, the lion, centipede, ants, mice, so many different. You could walk all the way around and see hundreds. Oh, there's a bird right in front of us. Oh, and there's a gecko. If you can see it from the sun. It's literally right in front of you. And it's kind of like you could totally walk right by it and not even recognize it. They really camouflage them quite nicely. Well, that's a wrap, guys. I am finished here up at the Animal Kingdom. I'm done for the day. And maybe going to go over to Animal Kingdom Lodge for some dinner. I'm not sure yet. I don't have a reservation, so I'm hoping that I can do a walk up. If I can't, just be heading back to the hotel. But I just wanted to share. I got this little bag for Eli. Eli is doing an outdoor school and he's starting to do some whittling. So what better way than to give him a satchel that he can use for all of those little tools and things. Anyways, finished up here, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe and keep living. I found peace with where I am now. Through the ups and downs, I have figured out you find peace where you make it. Scenery won't change it. That scared me. You're talking to me. So much time thinking they scared me. I can't wait for the boys to come back and see this thing. They will absolutely love it. They never got to see this either, so can't wait to come back. Check these droids out. I found peace with who I am now. It's the only me I'll ever be. I found there are other places, there are a million other faces. I found